Assalamualaikum everybody. This is Yuka Speaks. My name is Yuka Tasnim. I hope you're all doing well. So today's discussion topic or today's video topic is Sura Kahf. Sura Kahf is the 18th surah of Holy Quran, and it has 110 verses or 110 ayats, right? So we know, like we Muslims, we know the basic facts about Surah Kahf. Like the first 10 ayats or the last 10 ayats of Surah Kahf is recited mostly on Friday, and though it is not compulsory, but it is very much recommended to recite these ayats on every Friday, because what happens is that when we recite it on one Friday till the next Friday, there is this special protection that we get from Allah Rabbul Alamin, meaning nobody can harm us, or we can like protect ourselves from all kinds of dangerous situations and stuff like that, right? Okay, so when we memorize the first 10 or the last 10 ayats of this surah, we get this special nur from Allah Rabbul Alamin from head to toe. If we can manage to recite the whole surah, that is the 110 verses of this surah, then we get this nur that extends from our head or maybe from our feet till up the sky, which is also by the grace of Allah Rabbul Alamin. Like there is this nur that is extending, till the sky and all over the earth and everything, which is like amazing. Now I know, like I'm saying it as a matter of fact that this surah does that surah does this, and it sounds all magical. Like, what is she talking about? Are you kidding me? But look, I'm talking about Quran, right? And Quran came from the seven skies and heaven from Allah Rabbul Alamin. So obviously there has to be some kind of this supernatural, or how do I explain this? Like things you cannot explain with mundane words. Like you get protection from Allah Rabbul Alamin, you get nur from Allah Rabbul Alamin. Where does this come from? The thing is, these are aspects of our universe, of our surrounding, that we cannot understand or we cannot internalize with our human intelligence, because again, human intelligence is very, very limited, and that's where faith comes in. If Allah Rabbul Alamin says that He is going to give us nur, that means there is going to be nur within us and around us, and that is all we need to believe in, right? So these are some common facts about Surah Kahf that we all know. Now let me share some uncommon facts with you. Maybe you already know about these things. I didn't, and I found it interesting, a word that I often use. Because look, at the end of the day, I'm talking about Quran, and Quran is so amazing that I literally do not have or do not know words in my vocabulary to describe what Quran actually is, and I don't think anyone can even. So yeah, interesting is the word that I always go to. So yeah, I did not know about this fact, so I thought, like, why not make a video and share these facts with you. Okay, so the thing about Quran or the surahs of Quran is, many of the, not many, all the surahs have been revealed either in Makkah or either in Medina, and these have been revealed in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 verses over the period of 23 years, right? It, like the verses or the surahs have not been revealed all together as one whole surah, except 2. One is Surah Fatiha, which is like the first surah of Holy Quran, and the second one is Surah Kahf. Surah Kahf is like, as I said, it has 110 verses, which is like a pretty big surah. So this is so amazing. Allah Rabbul Alamin has revealed this surah accompanying 70,000 angels with this surah. Like when the surah got revealed, our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saw that 70,000 angels is carrying this one surah to him. And witnessing that, he understood that this surah has to be something really very special, because why would 70,000 angels would come down from the heaven with this surah, right? So this is something I didn't know. So yeah. So there is a story behind the revelation of this surah, and I'm going to talk about this right now. So what happened is, this surah got revealed in Makkah, and in Makkah our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam faced a lot of problems, as we know, because there was this Quraysh, and the Quraysh did not like what our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was preaching, that there is only one God, and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last messenger and everything. And they plotted against him a lot, but none was successful. So the Quraysh, and this was at the beginning of his prophethood. So the things did not become that intense at that time. It was becoming intense slowly and slowly. So some Quraysh leaders, they thought that how do we know that he is the last messenger? How do we know that? How do we verify that? So they decided to go to the Ahl al-Kitab, which is the Jews and the Christians. Basically the Jews, because they used to be very knowledgeable and they used to have a lot of knowledge on religions. They studied a lot, they wrote a lot. And Quraysh, on the other hand, or the people of Makkah, did not read and write. They were not interested in education. They were very business-centric people, right? So they would like do business. They would go to Syria. They would go to Iraq with their caravans, with their products, and they would sell. So they were into those things. They were into money a lot. They were money-centric people. They had no affiliation with education, or they did not even know how to write their names. So that's how uneducated they were. And on the other hand, the Jews and the Christians were complete opposite. They were very educated. So the Quraysh, the tribe Quraysh, they sent some representative to the Jews so that they can verify if this is he is the last messenger. Because if anyone would know, it would be the Jews and the Christians. So they went to Jewish scholars, and I forgot their names. I wrote it somewhere, but they had Arabic names back then, and these Arabic names were really very big, so I forgot. Please forgive me. I think I will write it on the video and everything. So yeah, so these two Jewish scholars, they gave them an idea. The idea was to ask our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam 3 questions. If he can answer these 3 questions correctly, then he is the last messenger, and you have no doubt on that premises, right? So the first question was, who were those people who hid themselves in the cave? Now Surah Al Kahf, Kahf meaning cave, okay, it means cave. So the first question was who were those people, who were those young people who hid themselves in the cave? So that was the first question. Second question was, who was that king who ruled from east to west? Okay, so the second question was about a king that existed sometime in the past, who ruled the whole earth back then, because he was really very powerful. The third question was to ask our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam about ruh, about our soul. Okay, so the Jewish scholars, they gave them the answer and everything, and they then told him that if he answers correctly, if the answers match, then he is the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he is the last messenger, and you will have no doubt, because these stories have been mentioned in the Torah and in the Gospel, right? In the Jewish book and the Christian, like the Bible. So if he also knows these answers, by the way, considering the fact that our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was also unlettered, still, by some way, if he gets to know this answer, then you will have no doubts, right? So they came back to Makkah, they asked our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam these 3 questions, and they demanded an answer. So our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that you need to give me some time to answer these questions. And the Makkans, they were like, okay, take your time. So they expected that he would come back within 2 days or 3 days and give them an answer, but that did not happen. 3 days passed away, 5 days passed away, 10 days passed away. There was no answer from the man who apparently claimed that he is the last messenger. And our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was also really very upset, and he did not know what to do, because there was no revelation from Allah Rabbul Alamin. There was no answer from Allah Rabbul Alamin. What would he do, right? Because how does our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam know about all these stories? It was because Allah Rabbul Alamin had taught him through revelation. So after 15 days, Jibril alayhi salam with 70,000 angels came down with Sura Al Kahf all together as a whole, and gave him the answer, like our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his answer, right? So Why did it take 15 days? Now there is also a story which I'm going to come back later. So whatever the question they asked, every question Allah Rabbul Alamin answered in details. Okay, so our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went to the Makkans, went to the Quraysh, and he gave them an answer, and the answer matched with the answer that was given by the Jewish scholars. And they got to know, okay, fine, he is the last messenger. Okay, there is no doubt. But guess what? Even if there was no doubt, they still went against him and they still like tortured him. You know the whole story. At least you know that in Makkah, our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam faced a lot of challenges, right? So that's for a later discussion. Now, why did it take Allah Rabbul Alamin, like why did Allah Rabbul Alamin took 15 days to answer his Habib, his Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when he was clearly in a lot of problems, when he clearly was very upset? Now the thing is, and this is like literally there is this ayat in I am so sorry again, I forgot if it's in Sura Kahf or in another surah, where Allah Rabbul Alamin is instructing our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that whenever you talk about future, you have to say inshallah, right? Literally the word inshallah is mentioned in our Quran, and through our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah Rabbul Alamin is also instructing us that whenever we talk about future, we all must mention the word inshallah. Inshallah meaning if Allah wills, right? If Allah Rabbul Alamin allows us to do something or allows us our plans, our futures and everything, then only then it will happen, or otherwise it will not, right? So when our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was dealing with the Makkans, and you know, when they were asking for the answers and everything, he forgot the word inshallah. He forgot to mention inshallah. And Allah Rabbul Alamin's, you know, there is someone at the door. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, Allah Rabbul Alamin delayed with the revelation of Sura Al Kahf because our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not say inshallah, and to kind of teach him a lesson, he delayed with the answer that the Makkans were demanding from our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Now it was important because he's the Rasul, he's like the Rasul of whole of world, like whole Muslim Ummah, and for other people who are like not Muslim, which is like non-Muslims, right? Yeah, so he needs to conduct himself properly, and our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam forgot to say inshallah when he was dealing with the Makkans. So Allah Rabbul Alamin teaching him that you cannot repeat this mistake again in future. Now imagine he was our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and Allah Rabbul Alamin dealt with him so strictly because he forgot to say that one word. We forgot, sorry. Us Muslim, we forget so many things about Allah Rabbul Alamin, about our Islam every day. We do not pray on time. We do not pray at all, because there are Muslims like that. So many things that we do not do, and Allah Rabbul Alamin specifically instructed us that you must do this as a Muslim. We don't. Yet Allah Rabbul Alamin does not take action immediately the way he took action with our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam at that particular situation. Just see how merciful he is. Can you imagine? You know, he like, one of the things I realized while studying Quran is that there are so many things that I have committed, right? Yet Allah Rabbul Alamin has spared me. He did not took judgment of me immediately. He gave me a chance so that I can rectify myself. And this happens with every Muslim, with everybody, yet we take it for granted. We do not express gratitude towards our Allah Rabbul Alamin as much as we should. We do not say thanks. We do not remember him enough. We are so busy with this worldly life, like we are straying away from our Creator, from Allah Rabbul Alamin, from our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his teachings. And look at us, we are not happy. We are one miserable human nation, and the misery is going to increase if we stray away from Allah Rabbul Alamin. You know, it's yeah, what else can I say? And Allah Rabbul Alamin has blessed me enough. He has given me the knowledge of Quran. It's very limited. I still need to learn a lot of things, but I'm there. I try, by the grace of Allah Rabbul Alamin. And that is why I make these videos, to remind you people, to remind you about Allah Rabbul Alamin, to remind you how fortunate we are because we are Muslims. And this is also one impression I got, that Allah Rabbul Alamin wants us to start our day with His remembrance, and to end our night with His remembrance. Look, when we do that, it does not benefit Him at all, our Creator, right? If we forget Him, it also doesn't make any difference, because there are thousands and thousands of angels, animals, birds, ants, even mountains praise Him. Okay, so if us feeble human beings, we forget about Him, it literally does not make any difference. But if we do remember Him, it creates a lot of difference in our lives. We get contentment, we get peace, we get, all the blessings that Allah Rabbul Alamin has promised us, right? And again, as I said, when we stray away from our religion, when we stray away from Allah Rabbul Alamin, it only harms us. And Allah Rabbul Alamin doesn't want that. And, so that we can live within that premises of contentment and that premises of peace, that is what, why we need to remember Him, remember our Creator as much as we can, right? And yeah, that is the impression I got from studying Quran, and that is why I make these videos. So I'm at the end of my video. I hope you liked it, and I hope, Ramadan is ending, it's going away, and we do not know if we will be alive to experience another Ramadan. Every time it leaves us, it makes us really very upset. So yeah, I hope I get to live another Ramadan, I get to live another blessed month and everything. Let me know what you think about my videos. If you're learning anything from my videos, please like and share, and subscribe, or if you're on Facebook, follow them. And inshallah, alhamdulillah, I'll see you in next video. Assalamu alaikum.